This is TomoNews for Friday, March 9th. That is one thirsty teen. Michael B. Jordan is God's gift to women, and no one knows that better than this 18-year-old who thirsted after him so hard she broke a mouthpiece. Anyone who's seen Black Panther will remember the waterfall battle scene, not least because it's the first time we see Killmonger without a shirt. San Francisco teen Sophia Robb recalls this scene all too well, since the sight of that sexy bod had her clenching her teeth so hard her retainer snapped. Whoops. Rob went to see her orthodontist the next day to get it fixed and had to tell him what happened. The orthodontist found the story so amusing he put it up on Tumblr, and it took off from there. When Rob came across it on Twitter and realized it was about her, she fessed up online. It was the best decision ever. Pretty soon, none other than Michael B. Jordan himself got wind of Retainer Girl and offered to hook her up with a fancy new mouthpiece, hopefully made from vibranium, so it won't ever break. Guess it's safe to say Retainer Girl's life is made. Have we finally found Amelia? The disappearance of legendary pilot Amelia Earhart has always been shrouded in mystery, but a new study may have answers as to what really happened. Amelia Earhart vanished over the Pacific Ocean in 1937. 3 years later, skeletal remains suspected to be hers was recovered on Niku Maroto Island. A physician in Fiji examined the bones in 1940 and determined that the remains belonged to a European male. The bones have since been lost, but recent analysis of the skeletal measurements using modern techniques reveals the bones were in fact female. Measurements of the arm and leg bones were determined to be a match to Earhart's estimated size and build, making it likely that the remains were hers. The data shows the bones were more similar to the ill-fated pilot than 99% of individuals in a large sample, though without a way to examine the actual bones, it's difficult to determine an actual match with 100% certainty. Untreated depression can cause brain inflammation. A new study suggests that untreated depression could lead to brain inflammation. Researchers found people with untreated depression for more than a decade had more brain inflammation than those who had untreated depression for a shorter period. Using positron emission tomography, or PET brain imaging, scientists looked for translocator proteins, an inflammation marker produced by the body's microglia. Scientists found people suffering from longer terms of untreated depression had 30% higher levels of the translocator protein. Long-term depression sufferers also had higher levels of inflammation compared with people without depression. The next step will be to collect more data, but researchers hope this will lead to new approaches to the way depression is treated, specifically medications targeting inflammation. The U.S. Navy wants lasers. The Navy is looking for a few good lasers, big ones. The U.S. Navy has awarded a $150 million contract to Lockheed Martin for 2 Helios weapon systems by 2020. The Helios system combines a laser weapon, long-range intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, ISR, and counter-unmanned aerial system capabilities. It's designed to counter drones and small boats, as well as provide long-range ISR capabilities to decision-makers. The first unit will be integrated onto an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, while the second unit will be used for land testing at the White Sands Missile Range. Actually, what the Navy needs to be spending money on is some frickin' sharks with laser beams.